airdrop. Just a short one to remind everybody that I'm still alive and doing studio products here in Puttaparthi. Third breakfast over. Started pretty late today with 6 o'clock tea. Then breakfast at Masala Dosa Point. Afterwards, second breakfast was at Hailagadi Point. Now I am at the opposite Chitravati Ghat Point. Points to be noted. And that means I am down 500 rupees because I am paying for another friend from Lithuania. Lost his baggage and his Atma ATM card. I'm not going to show you his face because some people should stay faceless. He's got friends in Lithuania who control the Russian oligarchy. Sorry, there's no oligarchy anymore in Russia. Yeah, that's now the Gulf OPEC. Oil producing nations is called an oligarchy, maybe because it has OLI in it, which is an acronym for oil. The main thing I wanted to tell today was that recently in Hunan in China they discovered the world's largest gold deposit, beating diamond deposit. Sorry, not gold. Beating South Africa, which is a close ally of India, because Mahatma Gandhi started from there after inspiration from Nelson Mandela. But China beat South Africa with the diamond deposit in Hunan. And I think yesterday the news is Attock district in Pakistan, on the banks of the Indus river, they have found an 80,000 ton or something gold deposit, which will then save the economy of Pakistan. Now, about 50 years ago, before I was even born, I was watching that Tom Clancy Prime Video, whatever they call it, serial or whatever, and they were showing satellites which could see below the forest cover. Hence, in Venezuela, they were able to find the camp of the people who wanted to mine some some famous element. Okay. And recently they have brought out some Chinese satellite technology advertisement that they are able to see the faces of the people walking on the earth. But 50 years ago, Muthoot Finance or Muthoot Gold Loan Chief, who was a Christian and a very good friend of Guruji, Satyanand Saraswati Maharaj. So they were discussing the various techniques of organizational protection of the various communities. So he had told Guruji that the US satellites at that time could detect deposits of different minerals below the surface of the earth, and they used to tell the people in Kerala where to buy land in Kerala, so that when those deposits are unearthed, it will be under their control. So this is the way that we are being royally fucked. 50 years ago, they could see the minerals under the surface of the earth. And they are telling us that now we are able to see the faces of the people walking on the earth. And that Tom Clancy thing is, of course, a fictitious satellite technology supposed to have been at that time, where they could see below the tree cover. So that is the reason why Ukraine has been taken over for their rare earths deposit, and that is openly being talked about. And that is how, knowing perhaps for centuries, or not, sorry, 50 years, that those deposits were there in Hunan in China as well as the Attock district in Pakistan, they are revealing it now, because now the competition for the earth elements is becoming strong, after which they are going to start trying to colonize the moon. And India is busy building railway lines on the border. In China, trains run with magnetic power. They don't touch on either of four sides. So I'm not saying that development is not good, but no matter how fast the ant runs, it's not going to overtake the cheetah. So they know, they allow, ठीक है तुमको जो करने का है करो, अपने हाथ में तो है ही सब कुछ. I put the post about the Zelensky White House interview. In the first maybe 10-15 minutes, I switched it off. Why? That fool Zelensky doesn't know how to act. So he started laughing when that Ukrainian journalist asked in their language and said, please ask in English. Trump is, of course, a damn experienced fellow. So he hits him on the back and says, and controls him. After which the Zelensky's acting becomes really bad because he knows he's been caught. And the reporter actually asks Trump that, or asks Zelensky that, don't you think Trump is on your side? And then he's showing these photos to Trump of emaciated Ukrainian prisoners of war in the Russian camps, and they are actually much fatter than most of the people over here, because they aren't supposed to show the really terrible photos which may have been existing of those bakras. Now Trump gives a very pointed comment that this peace treaty that he is going to get signed will prevent the excessive use of bullets that are being shot, and then he looks straight into the camera and says other things that are also being shot. You can see it in the interview on YouTube. After that, all the dramabaji starts of their fighting with Zelensky. The fact is, Trump says, if I was the president, this war would never have occurred. Why? Because Trump has enough money perhaps to buy off anybody. I mean, when Trump wanted to win the election, he had already given the signal. Putin said, I'm ready to go for peace with Ukraine, because Trump had probably told him, don't worry, I'll pay that guy from his personal pocket money. That 50,000 Trump thing was what? I mean, he sneezes and 50,000 rupees, he breathes and $50,000 comes out. So Zelensky is actually the person responsible for the death of so many Ukrainian soldiers and so many Ukrainian citizens. Putin is taking the blame because it doesn't matter a damn to him. Trump is rightfully taking the credit because he had the money to pay off Zelensky. So Zelensky waited 3 years for Trump to become president so that he could get his cut. And it is the Ukrainians and Ukraine that will be exploited. I mean, they may be sensible enough to go for development and all using their rare earths, as they claim. But it will be a side business, just the way Afghanistan has already been taken over back by the Taliban. And I think last December, Pakistan threw bombs on Afghanistan. First I thought that maybe they were aiming for India, but that guy maybe just hiccuped in the middle and pressed the wrong button, and so the missiles went to Afghanistan. But it's all planned. It's all planned. I mean, you can think for yourself with all this info that I've given you, whether it's a conspiracy theory or whether it's planned. Anyway, Guruji had been told that 50 years back that the US satellites could do that. What Guruji said about Malayalam Manorama has just recently been unearthed, hasn't it? The Soros connection was not known. He didn't know anybody named Soros. But when Punya Bhumi jumped in 1 month, Punya Bhumi newspaper, the first Hindu newspaper in Kerala, started by Guruji, in 1 month the circulation jumped to 50,000. 50,000 per month. So, on his policy, they weren't accepting any ads for intoxicants like cigarettes and liquor, but they were only able to get government ads due to that, and no half-nude ladies on the paper. So the result was there was 8 crores loan taken by then, and 14 banks were approached. All 14 banks in Kerala refused. Guruji got a telephone call from one of the bank managers saying, please do not speak my name on the line because all the lines are being tapped. But $1 billion has come through missionary channels from the US to fight against Punya Bhumi. Using that, Malayalam Manorama has created a cell saying that any bank that gives a loan to Punya Bhumi, all Christians will withdraw their money from that bank. And there is no bank in Kerala that can stand if all the Christians withdraw their money. And that is why we cannot give you loan. After that, 4 non-bailable arrest warrants were taken out on these financial matters against Guruji. 3.5 years I was with him. No policeman came to the ashram also because they knew. They used to salute his 555 ambassador. So, but that blame, he has said in that recording that I don't care about these warrants and all, but I care that for the service of the nation, what I have done, it is being repaid in such a way. And now, you know, recently the previous CEO of Malayalam of Manorama and the Soros connection with the US missionary aid has been unearthed. I don't know if he's alive also, that fellow may not be alive, that's why it's been unearthed. So we have now the tale of Pope Francis. Let's put everything in one video. In the World Economic Conference in New York, when Guruji had gone, probably before I was born, or maybe a little bit after, to represent India, he had gone with all his jatas and his saffron and all. So he exposed 2 newspaper cuttings over there for a World Economic Conference for cause of poverty. In one there was a paper report saying that how many people are dying in Sudan due to malnutrition and we can say starvation. And in the other paper there was news about probably Australia, but I don't remember exactly which country, dumping millions of tons of food grain into the ocean in order to balance market prices. So he said this is the way the developed countries are starving the underdeveloped countries. At that point, a German delegate stood up and said, hey man, we want religious freedom in India. So Guruji said, hey man, get in line, that is not the topic of discussion. He said it with such force that the German delegate took out his handkerchief and wiped the sweat from his forehead and sat down. That German delegate became the next pope during Guruji's lifetime. And it is possible, not confirmed, that he could have engineered the collapse of Punya Bhumi as a revenge. It also happened that after Guruji passed away in 2006, that German pope became the first pope in the history of popedom to retire due to illness. And he lived after that for about a decade as a sick person. And in his place came Pope Francis. Pope Francis is one of the most liberal popes ever to have come. And 4 years ago video is there on YouTube where the Italian churches allowed the Ganesh processions to enter the church and the Ganesha idol to be worshipped in the church before continuing for Visarjan. Pope Francis probably knew that his end may be near if it happens, God forbid. And so one of his last acts for bonding with India was recently the first Keralite cardinal to be first Indian cardinal who was a Keralite, and with great fanfare he was introduced there with full support by the Indian government. So that also is a part of this same Malayalam Manorama, Soros, US missionary, and satellites to find out mineral deposits below the earth 50 years ago. And thus we have, sorry guys, just hear this and laugh because you can't do anything about it. I think I'll stop for today because I got to save money. Okay, have a good day. Jai Sri Ram. Sun still stunningly beautiful in a clear sky. Have a good day.